Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my most anticipated reads for 2024. I'm sure you can probably notice in the video and also in the quality, I got a microphone, so hopefully the quality is good for you guys. Anyways, I picked out 9 of my most anticipated upcoming reads and we're just gonna get right into it. So the first one is The Charlie Method by Elle Kennedy. I have my little notes here. So this is going to be the 3rd book in the Campus Diaries series by her. It's also Will and Beckett's book. I'm super excited for them because that just means it's going to be an MFM romance. We kind of got a little bit of a glimpse of Will and Beckett's story from the Dixon Rule. I'm super intrigued to see who the FMC is going to be in this one because it said in her little blurb that she's like kind of a STEM student, so I'm kind of thinking like super intelligent, maybe sarcastic black cat energy for the FMC, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what she does with Will and Beckett's story. Truly, they were just such fun characters in the other two, so I'm just looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time and I know it will. The next one that I have is Wild Side by Elsie Silver. This is the 3rd book in the Rose Hill series. This series so far is very similar to Chestnut Springs. I think it's kind of like a spin-off series, except I believe these are all specifically like single parent, single dad trope. So this is going to be Reese's book. He is one of the friends of the MMCs in the first 2 books. He's kind of this like broody, very quiet, mysterious type of character. We got glimpses of him in the first 2. Him and the FMC of this one, we have kind of picked up on their tension. There's something going on between the 2 of these characters. They very much don't like each other. I'm assuming it has something to do with like marriage of convenience, like forced marriage of convenience. The buildup and the tension has been amazing, and so I'm excited to see it all just kind of boil over and for us to actually see what's going on between these 2. So I'm very much looking forward to that one as well. So the next one that I have is Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. Based on the title alone, I can already assume that it's going to be spicy, and I'm here for it. I think in her blurb she said it's kind of like a student athlete contemporary romance, and the students are both swimmers, so that's fun. I don't think I've ever read a sports romance about swimming yet, so that's going to be new for me. In the little blurb, she had written that they start an arrangement, so I'm assuming it's friends with benefits maybe, or like fake dating. So I'm excited for that because that's definitely one of my favorite tropes. I also love Bride by Ali Hazelwood. That was her paranormal romance that came out I think this year as well. It was so different. I believe I saw too that this is going to be Ali Hazelwood's first sports romance, so I'm looking forward to it. And then Rewind It Back by Liz Tom 40. This is the one that I'm most anticipating for 2025. I absolutely have eaten up the Windy City series by her. Every single one of those books has been amazing. Every single plot, every single character. I mean, everything about those books. I eat it up every single time. This one is also finally going to be Rio's book. Rio has just kind of been that friend in the background that hasn't found anyone yet. He's also super like golden retriever vibes and like life of the party. I think for like a good contrast, it would be nice to see him get like a nice girl who is like obsessed with him, because I know how much he wants someone who's committed to him. Also, someone on GOODREADS put in some work when looking up this book and said that she thinks it'll maybe be second chance, because in Play Along, Indy mentioned how maybe you've met your person already. Based on the title Rewind It Back, maybe he did meet her already and it didn't work out. So I think that would be amazing if it was second chance, especially for Rio. For the next one, I have Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. This is going to be the 3rd book in the Empyrean 4th Wing series. The last one ended on a cliffhanger again. I really hope that this one is the redemption book for her, because this is supposedly supposed to be a 5-book series. I just don't know where this story is going to go. I feel like 4th Wing had everything. The introduction of the dragons, the school, it had all of the buildup of a first book in a series, but then the second one took a turn. The relationship between the MMC and the FMC was on rocky terms the entire time, which I was not a fan of. It also threw in these like different characters and different themes and stuff, which I was open to because it's going to be a series, so we're gonna have to follow these characters and things along in the story. I just did not love the ending. So I'm hoping this one really just undoes what she did. I need explanations. I need extensive corrections to what happened in this one. So I think it's more so of a, I didn't like what happened and that's why I didn't like the book. But you know what? We can't always get what we want. Fourth Wing was romance based, and then Iron Flame was definitely a lot more political, which is not bad. I mean, she has to build up to something because there's gonna be 3 more books. So I'm just interested to see what happens and where she goes with it. And then I have Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. This is not a drill. This is Haymitch's story. Another Hunger Games series spinoff. And supposedly there's already a movie coming out about it, so we love that. I know I mentioned in my other video that I don't really read YA, but Hunger Games I feel like we all grew up on, and it just brings me back to my childhood. So I will definitely be reading this one. And I will say an unpopular opinion, I didn't love Songbirds and Snakes because I just didn't really care to hear Snow's story. And I know that's kind of the point that they made in Hunger Games, is like he's this huge villain. And so that's always just stuck with me. I'm like, I don't really care to know about Snow. But Haymitch's story I will for sure be reading, and I cannot wait. The next one that I have is My Dark Prince by Parker S. Huntington and LJ Shen. I have not read the second one yet, which is My Dark Desire. I know that I need to because I've heard a lot of good things about the second one, and that one was way better than My Dark Romeo. But supposedly this is the 3rd book. I'm also assuming it's going to be Ollie's book. He's kind of like the 3rd friend in this little like trio of dark crazy billionaires, which he's a little bit unhinged for sure. Just from My Dark Romeo, he had this like huge weird obsession with FMC from My Dark Romeo, her little sister, who I think is like 17 or 18, like very young. So, and in comparison to him, so I just thought that was a little strange, and I really hope that the FMC is not Frankie, her sister. So I'm interested to see who the FMC for his book is going to be, if it is his book. But yeah, he's like super out there, speaks his mind, and says some of the craziest things. So that book I'm assuming will be a lot of fun. And then I have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This one is going to be really cool. Already from reading the blurbs and like the comments on GOODREADS, I really think it's going to be super emotional. I mean, anything Taylor Jenkins Reid writes is super emotional and is hard-hitting for sure for a lot of people. This one is actually a female astronaut, so it's set in the 80s, which is super cool. I love everything space and space related. I think Interstellar is like one of my favorite movies, and I feel like already this is giving Interstellar vibes for some reason. So yeah, I definitely think it's going to be emotional, probably make me cry and rethink life. The FMC, she's a professor and a scientist, and she supposedly gets selected with a group of candidates and is going to be going through astronaut training for a mission. I think there's a love interest, which with the high stakes of being an astronaut is going to hit. So I'm really looking forward to Atmosphere. I think it's going to be really, really amazing. For the last one of my most anticipated reads of 2025, I have Story of My Life by Lucy Score. Okay, One Direction reference. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Is going to be the first book in her new series called Story Lake. I'm super excited for this one. It's a small town rom-com, slow burn. But the FMC is an author who's kind of lost her like motivation for writing, and so she needed to like move away from this town that she's in. So she moves to a small town in Pennsylvania. I think it is Pennsylvania. So yeah, she impulse buys a house in a rural town to see if she can get some inspiration, and the MMC happens to actually be her contractor in this small town. So I'm literally envisioning like a silly, goofy, Hallmark, cute time with some good spice in there. Also, I believe I saw that there's 3 brothers in this new like kind of interconnected standalone series by her, so I'm really looking forward to what this new fun series is going to be. So those are all of my most anticipated new releases for 2025. I'm really looking forward to all of these books, and I don't know when I'm gonna get around to reading them. Hopefully whenever they're released, because I have a couple of them pre-ordered already. Also looking forward to 2025. I think right now, so like on my GOODREADS, I have had 50 as my reading goal for this year, and I think I just hit 40. Yeah, I'm at 39, and I'm currently reading The Deal by Elle Kennedy. Yeah, so that would put me at 40. Next year, I'll probably do 50 again because I did really want to hit 50 books, but I'm also not a super fast reader, so 50 is a good number for me for sure. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.